Welcome to the first episode of...
Are you smarter than a PSA grader?
I am super excited to bring you this brand new video series that's taken me about 6 months to create. Where together, we're going to grade some cards, hopefully get mostly 10s, and let's be honest here, we're going to have a laugh or two at PSA's grading inconsistencies. Throughout this video series, we're going to have 4 metrics to grade our cards: edge, surface, and corner wear, along with centering. In most videos, I'm going to give you my opinion supported by in-depth analysis, but in other videos, you're going to have to come to your own opinion yourself. I think it's going to be a PSA 9, but leave your comment down below what you think and see if you're smarter than a PSA grader.
Well, that's no surprise at all.
Welcome back to another episode of...
Are you smarter than a PSA grader?
I hope you're all having a beautiful day, almost as beautiful as the Celebi V from Fusion Strikes. The green and the purple contrasts make it so pleasant to look at. Looking at the front, we see there's no scratches, edge, surface, or corner wear, with the centering being well within the range. Flipping over onto the back, we can see our main concern is that centering, which is borderline in that 55 to 45 PSA 10 range. Overall, I personally think that the cards have high enough quality to be a PSA 10, but make sure to leave your guess in the comment below and see if you're smarter than a PSA grader.
Nice.
We're back at it with another episode of...
Are you smarter than a PSA grader?
I hope you are all having an amazing day today, because today we are looking at the pinnacle of Pokemon from Paldean Fates, the Charizard EX. And unless you live under a rock, or you're Rick Harrison from Pawn Stars, you likely know that this guy goes for big bucks in a PSA 10. Focusing in on the card, we can see that the front is flawless, with no edge, surface, or corner wear, and the centering is pretty great. When we flip it onto the back, we see that there is some minor flaws in the corners with some slight corner lifts. Because of that, I think the card is going to get a PSA 9, but make sure to leave your prediction in the comment below and see if you're smarter than a PSA grader.
I don't even know what a Charizard does.
Welcome back to another episode of...
Are you smarter than a PSA grader?
Today we are looking at the Corydon X from the Scarlet and Violet base set. I'm really excited to grade this card today, not only to see what grade it gets, but also to track its value over the next couple months. Recently, this card's been on a steep decline in value. However, we just learned that the Scarlet and Violet era is ending this July with the release of Black Bolt and White Flare. It'll be interesting to see how this prices evolve over the months to come. Anyways, I think this card is going to get a PSA 10, but make sure to leave your predictions in the comments below and see if you are smarter than a PSA grader. Ooh, very nice. 4 for 4. It's time for another episode of...
Are you smarter than a PSA grader?
Today we are looking at the Roaring Moon from Terastal Festival. Personally, my favorite artwork outside of the evolutions from this beautiful set. Now, for people who don't grade often, it's important to note that the quality control on Japanese cards is much higher than their respective English counterparts. As a result, it's much more common to find a card like this with no corner, edge, or surface wear, with the only main worry being a centering on the back. I think this card is going to be a PSA 10, but make sure to leave your prediction in the comment section and see if you are smarter than a PSA grader. Welcome back to another episode of...
Are you smarter than a PSA grader?
Today, we're looking at Napoleon V for one of my favorite sets, Battle Styles. Now, not to jinx it, but we have got off to a great start in this series with 5 straight PSA 10s. This is by far the luckiest I've ever been in grading with PSA, and let's see how long this streak can continue. Now, looking at the card, we can see that the front is relatively flawless, but when we turn it over, we can see that there's some slight scratching indents on the top back of the card. As a result, I think the card is going to be a PSA 9, but make sure to leave your prediction down in the comments below and see if you're smarter than a PSA grader.
Oh my.
Welcome to episode 7 of...
Are you smarter than a PSA grader?
I hope you all had an amazing day today. Believe it or not, I just watched Detective Pikachu for the first time, so let's all do our best Ryan Reynolds impression and see if we can get this card right. Looking at the front, we can see there is no edge or corner wear, with the centering being barely within that 45 to 55 PSA 10 range. There is, however, some slight surface wear near the top of the card. Looking at the back, it's a little top heavy, but it's relatively flawless. Because of that, I think the card is going to be a PSA 10, but make sure to leave your prediction in the comment section below and see if you are smarter than a PSA grader.
Did you just understand me? Wait. That is heavy eye contact right there. You hurt me.
It's time for another episode of...
Are you smarter than a PSA grader?
I hope you're all having an amazing weekend so far. For those of you who have been following along, you know we've gotten some questionable 10s so far in this series. This card, however, is where I sadly think our luck will end. Looking at the front, we can see there's no edge, surface, or centering issues whatsoever. There is, however, some minor damage on the top and bottom left corner of the card. Flipping over onto the back, we can see the condition has slightly improved, but there still is some small corner lifts on each of the 4 corners. As a result, I think this card is going to be a PSA 8, but make sure to leave your prediction in the comment section and see if you are smarter than a PSA grader. There's no way this is a PSA 10. What the heck? Welcome back to another episode of...
Are you smarter than a PSA grader?
Today we're looking at Palkia V from Astral Radiance, one of the many cards that were inspired by famous paintings from the late 1800s and early 1900s. Now, despite being much cheaper than their counterparts such as the Moonbryon and the Munch, this is my favorite artwork from the bunch, as it is inspired from mathematics and physics, which is what I studied at university. Anyways, like the artwork, this card is relatively flawless, and I think it's going to be a PSA 10. Make sure to leave your prediction in the comment section to see if you are smarter than a PSA grader. Did someone ask for a rap edition?
Are you smarter than a PSA grader?
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of this series where 3 times a week we grade some cards together, laugh at PSA in every 10th episode. For good time's sake, I'll throw a little twist in our jingle and spice things up. Today we're looking at the Umbreon V from Evolving Skies, and I mean, let's be honest, everybody, is it even possible to dislike an Umbreon card? Personally, I don't think so, but you're gonna have to convince me on it. This card is in pristine condition, no flaws, a little top heavy on the back, but still, I think it's gonna be a PSA 10. Make sure to leave your prediction in the comment section and see if you're smarter than a PSA grader.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Welcome back to another episode of...
Are you smarter than a PSA grader?
Today we are looking at one of the strongest Pokemon, and for all my viewers who Pokemon battle as well, you of course know I'm talking about my happy guy in the top left, Smeargle. Anyways, in reality today we're looking at Mew V from Fusion Strikes. Looking at the card, there's no edge, surface, or corner wear on either side. Focusing on the centering, we can see it's slightly bottom heavy, but still within that 45 to 55 PSA 10 range. As a result, I think the card is going to be a PSA 10, but make sure to leave your prediction in the comment section and see if you are smarter than a PSA grader.
Another one.
Welcome to episode 12 of...
Are you smarter than a PSA grader?
I hope you're all having a great day today because we have another card from Terastal Festival, the Flareon EX. Now, I've gotten some questions and comments on the videos asking about these images that pop up on the bottom of the screen and how they relate to the grade we're going to get. It is only used for the centering, and it comes from an app called the Card Centering Tool. it's pretty useful to see how PSA is going to grade the centering once it arrives in their hands. Anyways, I think the cards are going to be a PSA 10, but make sure to leave your prediction in the comment section and see if you're smarter than a PSA grader.
So long.